Last of the Commodores. Not a huge Commodore fan, but it was my first car, so I like the simplicity and the fun that was the Commodore, the affordability, and this is the end of the line. So it has even though I'm not an huge Australian car fan, the Commodores, I don't think they ever made a properly bad Commodore. People who hate them will tell you that they were all crap, but they were meant to be affordable cars. This was properly affordable, and we realise now how affordable they were. This was, a friend of mine bought this in an SS version, which is not the cheapest version, not the most expensive, for $50,000. The equivalent now in a V8 full-size wagon like this would be about $120,000 to $150,000, somewhere around there, maybe even $180,000, $120,000 to $180,000, depending on what brand you're buying it from. Probably mostly European to get this kind of performance and fun and size and feature set, things like that. So these were something that was sad to see disappear on offer. I never bought them brand new. Didn't have many friends who did, but and that's probably the reason why they don't exist anymore, but it was nice to have them on offer, and every time I got into them I thought, this is a lot of car for the money, and I was proud that someone from Australia led a project to make this and offer it at this price, something of this quality, something with this much fun, sound, feel, actual performance. They not the best in any areas, but they did so well. So this is an R8, not an SS R8 wagon in a rare color. So all in all, fairly rare car. I don't see them much these days. They're not too bad to work on. My opinion from a detailing perspective is they're a decent thing to work on, and any of my mechanic friends say that they're glorious to work on. They're easy. Parts are still readily available. Parts are cheap, and you've got just a range of aftermarket parts, from brakes to anything under here. They're fantastic. So like I said, I never bought one, but it's a shame that they don't exist anymore. The person who bought this one was looking for one of these for a while and wanted something kind of rare-ish. So the R8 is obviously less common than the SS or the V6 versions. And in this particular color, I've never seen one of these on the road in this color. And I'll find out what the color is called, and I'll put it down here somewhere. And this one was in a very, very good condition, except that the detailing that it required was desperate for a detail. And I'll have some B-roll up on screen now, so you can have a look and see the state of it before, which is now. I haven't started it yet, so the state of it it's pretty horrendous. However, it's just detailing. Detailing's cost effective. This will be a $2,500 stage 2 exterior detail, and we'll take it from this state to almost perfect, almost brand new. Maybe brand new, I'm not sure yet, but it doesn't look like there's much that I can't remove. A stage 2 is enough. He was initially going to go for a stage 1 when he brought it in and showed me. I said, stage 1 will lift it up a lot. That's a single stage of correction plus a refining stage. A stage 2 is at least 1 stage of correction, most likely up to 3. Plus the refining stages, so you've got 2 or 3 or even sometimes 4 stages or passes of correction, which is a lot more paintwork correction. And it goes from being a 2.5, 3-ish day job to about 1 week. So he's dropped it off on Saturday. This is Monday morning, and he's going to collect it on Saturday. I'm going to document everything I do as I usually do throughout the week, but usually when I don't go ahead and make a video of it, this time we will. So I'll put, without making it some horrendously long video, I'll put most of what I've done this week into this video and overlay my boring conversation to you now with some hopefully more exciting images of the detailing going ahead. I fully expect this to come up very, very well, which is why I've gone to the trouble to make a video. And I think, like me, even if you didn't buy a Commodore and maybe you're perhaps not a Commodore guy, I feel that if you are, especially if you're Australian, you will appreciate that some people have got these, are looking after them and using them. I don't have many of these customers, that the ones I do, they're still using them every day. They're taking kids to school, they're doing all that kind of stuff with them. They're being exercised and used and maintained properly because, as they say, and this is the fantastic thing about them, it actually doesn't take that much to maintain them. They're not expensive to maintain. And hopefully in 20, 30 years time, we've got a few of these still in good condition, so we can look back and appreciate what we did before Julia Gillard decided it was not necessary to have an Australian car industry, and not keep all my friends, basically, all the engineers that worked for Ford, Holden, Bosch, VDO Systems, Siemens, all those companies that did not just built the cars or not just built the engines, but did drivetrain and software and all those kind of things. I've lost a few friends to Germany and mainly Europe, and a couple to America who don't have jobs here anymore and went overseas. It was a damn shame and a real sore point for me. I approached Ford and I spoke to a guy in the paint department at Ford. Lovely guy, his name was Lucas Cobb, and we got to talking, and I told him that I was about to invest a significant amount of money going overseas, looking for and creating the world's best polishers that could be used on a production line for OEs. And he said, you go ahead and do that, then come back to me. And he gave me the feeling like, and I'm sure, had been in business for a little while then, and I was sure that we could have come to a deal to improve their processes and reduce their costs. So I went away to Germany, the little place outside of Stuttgart is where I did most of the work, and came back with a significant amount of money spent in R&D to produce the cap range of products which were made for mostly Ford, but same paint going on these things for our conditions locally. And then when I came back, not long after I came back, and I had good feedback from Ford Australia, I was watching TV and I saw Julia Gillard, a Prime Minister was never voted in by the Australian people, by the way, make the decision to not assist Ford Australia, which then gave Holden set the precedent for Holden to say, oh, we can exit Australia too, and Mitsubishi and the rest. That was really, really bad, especially because at the time, and I think still now, with the exception of maybe Tesla, I'm fairly certain almost, if not every single car manufacturer is supported by its government for good reason too. Let me get off a negative topic, go back to positive. We have the remnants of the beautiful stuff that we did. I did nothing. The stuff that Australia produced, it's here. And I think that you'll probably agree with me that it's worthwhile preserving. And this is our little bit. This is the thing that detailers do, which they attempt, and when especially passionate detailers, attempt to do their very best to maintain these very emotive works of art, and which are now classics, and hopefully maintain them so our kids and our grandkids can see just what we did, what we got up to, and how fantastic these products were.